right, that's the wheel too, you. What the hell was that beep for? Scared the shit out of me. Thought I might have missed something. I didn't think I missed anything. I thought I might have missed something. Close off my vents. I don't think it really makes a difference. I still haven't figured out my audio issues in this thing. I think I need a new helmet. I think I need a new mic. I think I need a new voice. It's a beautiful, oh, it's a beautiful morning. It's a wonderful morning. Good morning to you. The birds are chirping. Okay, no, I'm not going to do it because then I have to get to the little body roll. You turning? I don't know what you're doing. You turning? You're not turning? Straighten? Can you do that? You know, if you don't turn, if you're not turning, are you straighten? I'm straighten. Oh man, but I got so much to talk about. And you know, good and it's bad, or should I say, you know, I kind of got good news and I kind of got bad news. Good news is I've had a lot happen recently. Bad news is, due to, I guess, somewhat my laziness in some aspects and just lack of time in others, so many things going on, I didn't get a chance to record any of it, and it's kind of depressing. I'm taking this. It's kind of depressing, man, because I had a lot of stuff going on. First things first, if you are on the rmoto.net forums, or if you follow me on Twitter, then you heard me briefly mention that I recently went down. And the worst part about it was, it really wasn't a big deal. I was just on a little intersection, at a little intersection, should I say, and early in the morning, kind of like this. I had just gotten out, so I believe that the reasoning was my tires weren't, my tires hadn't warmed up yet, so they were still cold and hard. And I was taking a turn and kind of feeling myself a little bit, and decided to kind of dip into the turn a little more than I probably should have. And the back wheel, and then I kind of did like one of these things like that. You know, I was playing around a little bit, and I probably shouldn't have. Well, I mean, you know, evidence to the fact that I crashed, I definitely shouldn't have. Yeah, so I was playing around a bit and decided to kind of, you know, lean and dip into the turn. Did a little whip and a nay-nay into the turn. And you know, I guess I got on the sidewalls, or I got on the side of the wheels, and they were too cold, not warmed up, not sticky enough, and didn't have any traction, and kicked out from under me, and you know, just kind of went down. Only going about 5 miles an hour or so. It wasn't fast or anything. I pulled up to a stop sign and bumped it and kind of kept it moving. And Anaya decided, she just, you know, was like, no, I'm going to sleep. So it's really kind of her fault, not mine. I'm gonna be all kinds of late for work today, going this old long drawn out way, just so I'm not on the highway, so I have some more time to talk, to vlog. See what I do for you to get it. So where was I? I don't remember. But yeah, Naya went down on the job. That's right. She just decided she was going to go to sleep. Damn, dude. Yeah, I know the lines aren't there, but shit, still respect them. And like I said, the worst part was, well, the worst part was going down, because it didn't do much damage, but you know, did enough that it incapacitated Anaya for just enough. I mean, I was able to get back up on her and ride her back home. Only busted, I busted the this little piece here that holds on to the master cylinder and the brake lever. The brake lever, those are the only pieces that really got broken. So I had no brake lever. I had to get that replaced. And I'm getting some customized ones soon. But you know, in the meantime, it was just an easier thing to get these replaced. And I wish I had, well, that's the worst part. The worst part was I had the camera on, but I wasn't recording. I usually don't start recording that early, because you know, it's kind of start looking all the same. So I figure I'll wait until I get a little out a bit more scenic assets, I guess you could say. So the camera was on, but I wasn't recording. I hadn't started yet. And a lot of times I'll start just so I don't have to think about it. And you know, and then just, you know, kind of cut to where I want to. But this morning I was being lazy. I literally put my hand on the button and just decided against actually starting to record. Don't you run into me. I think I was more so concerned about saving camera space and not wanting to have to do so much cutting of content in the beginning. I really could have had that on film. I wish I had. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not going to filter out anything, you know, whatever I do, unless I commit, you know, illegal acts of murder. I want you guys to be able to share in the experience along with me. I want you all to be able to be right there as well. But unfortunately this time I did not do that. Oh man, where'd this stop sign come from? Let me just put this up. So I did not have the camera recording. It so sucked. I mean, I'm really upset about that because, you know, I'm such a perfect rider that I really don't make too many mistakes. It was just a little low side. I did bang my shoulder a bit, and it still bothers me. I had my icon on, so, you know, it hit me in the hard part, which I thought was supposed to kind of protect against that. I guess since I never went down before, I better be thankful that all it did was hurt the way it did. Maybe, you know, with some more down experience may know that it actually hurts like shit even when you go down on a little one like that. So I'm not complaining, but I kind of thought I would have come off almost completely unscathed for a little hit like that. And I'll show you the little bit of damage that's on the jacket. It's not even damage really, because it's the rubber hard part that you know, got scuffed a little bit. But that's the only part of the bike that was broken. Yeah, so that happened. What else? So yeah, and then so I was off the bike. I was off Anaya for a little bit there, and then at the same time we were preparing for a trip. So I didn't have the time to. I had ordered the parts, and I was just going to put them on myself. Then I realized also, well, I realized initially that I thought the master cylinder was broken. I thought the master cylinder was broken as well, because when I got back up, I had no front brake. Or when, you know, when I went down, you know, when I picked the bike back up, after sitting there sulking and crying and reeling of utter embarrassment, but I had no brakes. So that, you know, that was a concern. So I was able to ride back home just with the rear brake. But so I thought that was a much bigger problem. I thought the master cylinder must have been broken or anything. But turns out there's a little nut under here that worked its way loose. I'm not sure what it's not the bleed valve, a little too big. But whatever it is, it's directly in line. It's directly in line with the brake line. And brake fluid was leaking out of it, and realized that, tightened it up, and no more brake fluid leakage. So there's no problems with the master cylinder or anything, but I just didn't have any brake fluid in there anymore because it all leaked out. You sound good. Run, Forrest. I don't know what was going on with my man's hair. It is way too early in the morning to be having those kind of hair problems. Moral of the story, always be recording. As I already knew, already a couple of different things that I missed out on because I wasn't recording. And it sucks. So sucks. I'm definitely not going to go back and repeat myself going down. Would have loved to have. I mean, the best thing that could have happened out of that situation would have been, you know, to have it on tape. or on card. So I was going to take the camera out to the garage and at least, you know, video the damage so you all could see exactly what damage happened, and I'll show you what's still, you know, the damage that's on the bike. It's really not that much, but I wanted to have that too. But at the same time, we were getting ready for this trip, and I just never ended up having the time to get out there and do that. So I called a local shop and decided to have them go ahead and replace the lever and the mounting bracket and everything. Just because with me going on a trip and everything, I knew I wasn't going to have the time, or wasn't going to want to put the time out of being in the garage for a couple hours trying to figure that out, getting that together. I'm not a mechanic, and after looking at what they did and seeing exactly what parts were broken, I mean, it really was simple. I probably could have done that myself. Temperature's okay. What did you think you were about to do? What did you think you were about to do? So I made the appointment to bring the bike down and get it worked, and I was going to record that ride. It wasn't a far ride or anything. It was really uneventful. I thought it was going to be, you know, kind of interesting. I had no front brake. I was going to be riding with just the rear brake, but it was a straight shot, so you didn't really miss out anything there, just the actual ride. But again, you know, I was going to do that, but coming back from the trip, the camera had been off for 2 weeks and hadn't been plugged in, so the camera wasn't charged, so I couldn't record that. So it's just fumblebuck after fumblebuck that kept me from being able to have all of these moments recorded to share with you all. I'm going to sign off for now because I'm about to hit the highway. But it feels good to get back to talking to you guys. It's been 2 weeks. I know I meant to get another fumblebuck. I meant to have content ready to put up while I was gone, but started trying to play around with Vegas and don't know what I'm doing yet. So I didn't really have anything. I didn't have anything to put up. I know. So my channel's been neglected for the last couple of weeks while I was out enjoying the luxuries of a cruise. You guys were suffering in the doldrums. I apologize for that. Cancel. I'm gonna put this vlog up next just because it fits the timeline. But the next few videos after that will actually be pre-crash footage, because I've got a lot of stuff. I'm backed up in content that I wanted to get up. So I've got a lot of stuff that I got to get together to get up for you guys. So until then, like always, click, watch, like, subscribe. Love you. Holla. Oh, hell no.